Well, hello, welcome to Pulse. Usually on a Wednesday, we come together and we have free food and we eat and enjoy and we chat. But today, we're still going to do the chat part. We're going to add value in a different way. And today we're talking to Sherry Hattingh. Welcome, Sherry.
Thank you. Hello.
I've got 3 questions for you. Question number 1's a simple, nice little softball, and then they get progressively more interesting. So question number 1 is, what do you actually do here at Avondale?
Some days I wonder that question too, Brock. But I come to work and I have a lot of fun, but my main job is actually liaising with students. So I'm a course convener. I try in every way possible to advocate for my students, work with them and help them on their educational journey. So it's all about education, obviously, because we're a higher education institute. And we're here to, well, in my particular role, train new primary school teachers. So very exciting.
Very cool. So what actually drives you to get out of bed in the morning to come and do that? Because I can imagine it would be a full-on role. So what gets you out of bed in the morning to do that?
Life. I love being alive. Yeah. I love interacting with people. I love being around people. So that's part of my role, being around people, helping people. But the joy of being just looking at those moments where it's just so much that can be happening. I love those unusual questions. So that's what makes me a primary school teacher. I love the fact that kids just ask the questions that are on their minds.
Yeah.
You know, you've got a son, you'll know that things just come flying out randomly, unexpectedly. I love that. I love the spirit behind things that come out like that. So for me, a day is never the same. You asked me in the question before, what does my day look like? Yeah. I don't know. I can tell you at the end of the day, but I can't tell you at the start, because I haven't had a day that's been the same as the day before yet.
Wow.
Across my whole life so far, I'm still waiting for a day to be repeated. I have never had Groundhog Day.
There you go. And you're right with the children, right? They ask some fun, unfiltered questions. So I can imagine that will keep things interesting.
And sometimes they're not questions. Sometimes they're just statements. Like the one day, you won't believe this, but I actually went to school in a red dress. Okay. Like I actually wore red. Not green. I went to work in a red dress, and my little year oneer came to me and said, "Mrs. Hattingh, you're a fire engine today." I have to tell you, I came home devastated, said to my husband, "I was called a fire engine today." So that was the end of the red dress. I never wore it again. It actually departed from my wardrobe. I don't know where it went, but I don't own it anymore.
Oh dear. And hence now green every day, right?
Love my green. I'm a greenie.
Very cool. One last question then, and this one's important, and love hearing your passion and what keeps you going. I love that. So if you could only share one thing, be it a student or somebody that you come into contact with, you could only share one thing with them to add value, to speak life into them, what would it be?
In whatever you're doing, if you are having fun, so in your learning, in your daily life, if you are having fun, all of the people with you will also be having fun. And I think that's what we need to be doing. You know, as a primary school teacher, if my classes are not fun, if my students are not enjoying them, even my tertiary classes, you know, I try and put those fun elements in. Some students get my funness because sometimes it's a bit weird, but, you know, it's all about that. So if I'm having fun, I know that those around me will also be having fun.
See, that's brilliant. I love that. Thank you for answering those questions. Appreciate what you do. And hopefully now, those who aren't even in the education sector here on campus will now get to know a little bit more about you too. So thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome, Brock. See you.